everyone. Today I am reporting directly from Claudia Costa's closet. And the topic today is organizing a closet. Why is this so important to do? I think the mornings were just way too stressful when I was trying to get my little ones ready, and just the clothes really weren't where they needed to be, and it was difficult finding what I wanted. It's especially stressful when you have a baby and they're on a changer and they're wiggling around and you can't with one hand figure out where you need to grab something. If you have an older child, you may know that they give you about 2 seconds of focused attention to get dressed. So if you're not on your game, they're running down the hallway. So what I put together today is a list of things that you can do to get your closet more organized. If you only knew what this looked like before, which if you go to my site and see some of the photos, you'll understand, this thing was packed. And now that I had 2 children, it was really time to get serious about my mornings so that my energy was just good going forward through the rest of the day. So let's take a look at what we have going on here. So what I want to mention is literally everything hanging up right now was all contained in one drawer. I'll show you in a moment, but I have a nice changing system that has some great deep drawers, and what was happening was everything was landing in one drawer, and I was basically folding and stacking all the pants on one side, all the shirts on another, and all the pajamas kind of just fitted in between, and it was just getting unruly. So what I've done is just kind of what anybody would do, is start hanging things up. And it makes it so much easier to just visualize what you have, and you can kind of organize it either by size or type of outfit, whatever feels good to you. But it's not just all stacked and folded, which makes it really difficult to grab at something and then find another coordinating piece to match. I've also found these cubbies are really useful, and I received this on a Buy Nothing group for free, but they're not very expensive to purchase in store. But again, you might find somebody on your local yard sale site or a family member that no longer needs one and would be happy to pass it on. And currently I'm using it for diapers, but later I see myself using it for other things. Don't be afraid to grab a lot of hangers. These great hangers I bought from Target, $1.99 for 18 of them. I mean, you can't go wrong. In terms of little tricks I would suggest is, I like these stacking hangers, which were only $7.99, and they came with 2 sets, and so you could hold 8 pairs of pants. And what's cool about this is when you're putting them on, it's going to kind of look like this, and you're going to think, that's not so helpful. But when you hang them up, they're going to look like this to you, which is a really nice glimpse of what you have available to choose from for pants and bottoms. So that's what I've did. I had about 4 or 5 racks of these. As you can see, I've also implemented this approach in my toddler's bedroom closet. I've used the same idea of the stacked hangers and also all the little hangers for just shirts and sweaters. And I've organized them by t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweaters, and dresses, her favorite. I was able to retrieve these great stacking bins from a neighbor. I've had them for a while in another closet, but they weren't really well utilized, and here they make a ton more sense. All the stuffy animals that I had squirreled away that were out of sight, out of mind, are now easily accessible by Elizabeth, and she loves that. And then I've utilized the second set for just pajamas, playtime objects, and then blankets and linens, which I've never had enough room for. I've also made all her dress-up play stuff very accessible to her as well. And buying just a simple shoe rack, which I never really thought to do for a child, has been a little bit of a dream come true. It's very easy now to organize her real shoes from all the princess shoes, and they're fun for her to grab as well. Now that I have all this closet space, I've been able to now utilize the dresser of drawers for puzzles and toys and games, which again she loves. Just make sure to secure the dresser to the wall. And then lastly, she's a big fan of the over-the-door mirror. She loves being able to check out her new outfit that she retrieved from her organized closet. So I hope this video has been of interest to you. For me, it was all inspired out of just one unruly drawer. But for you, the issue may be totally different. It's not a drawer, it's just a lack of focus in the morning, and you're realizing that the core root of it is just an issue with organization. The Huffington Post recently put out an article saying that home organization is on the top 5 things that are stressing out Americans, with 84% of Americans confessing that it's a problem they struggle with. So if you're one of those people, consider taking some of the tips I handed out today. And what I think is especially nice is a lot of the things I mentioned are things that you can grab on any trip outing you're doing. So you're likely already going to Target or Home Goods or the grocery store where they have a lot of these organizational things that I've mentioned. Also, I think you'll just save a lot of time. It's really been so much more of a pleasure getting my kids ready in the morning. I feel present in the moment, and I feel like once they've gone, I'm not wasting energy on stabilizing my mood. I'm just moving right on to the next thing that I need to get done. So really, just this small change that just seems so obvious, actually just ripping off that Band-Aid and doing it one day has really made a huge impact in how I just feel. Please feel free to find the article related to this on my website at www.powwowllc.com. You can also find me personally on LinkedIn, my company on Facebook and Google+. And I'll be doing updates like this to help the sandwich generation on all matters related to kids, self-preservation, and elder care. So if you have any questions or insight for me, please feel free to reach out. You can do that on my website. Schedule some time with me, or just feel free to leave a message so we can discuss your question, and maybe it'll inspire me for my next post. Have a great day, guys.